All right, folks, welcome to the first ever NASA National Sim Racing race here. We have our club series going tonight. We're at the Circuit of the Americas outside Austin, Texas. Beautiful track. And we are going to be racing our Spec MX5 Global Cup setup, fixed setup here in iRacing. And my name is John Lindsay, and I'm coming at you from unincorporated Yolo County, all of you in your homes. Welcome and thank you for signing in tonight. We also have a big thank you to our sponsors, Toyo Tires. And we also have Competition Motorsports, Hawk Brakes, and Track Day Tire. These are all NASA's national sponsors, and they will all be providing different levels of contingency. My friend Will Falls, when he joins the broadcast, we'll go over that. But we're going to see some incredible racing tonight. We've already had a number of qualifying sessions. We had something like 120 or so racers trying to get into this evening's contest. So they will all be racing a fixed setup, and it will look super cool. So folks, we are just waiting right now for the video to come up. So that is just when the racing starts, we'll be able to see the video live. We'll give you a bunch of different views. We've also got Ken Kurtz with his virtual reality setup. Hopefully we can get in the cockpit with Ken and talk to him a little bit as he is running around the Circuit of the Americas. And the graphics are just incredible. If you haven't had a lot of time with iRacing, it is really an amazing system. And we are so glad to be able to resume a little bit of racing. Of course, we are not hosting actual events right now. Hopefully, we can get back to those once the world gets back to normal a little bit. Hope all of you are staying safe and healthy. And we are looking forward to having our virtual racing here and then eventually getting back to real racing once we can do so. Once again, big thank you to Toyo, Hawk, and also Competition Motorsports, our official safety supplier, and Track Day Tire. All of these sponsors have been supporting NASA for quite a while, very generous programs. And now they've extended their support from the real world into the virtual world, which is super cool. And we are so grateful for that support. So folks, once again, this will be a fixed setup on all of these cars. Can't modify them at all. So it really is all about the driver. So far, we've been seeing a lot of different setups, different lines out there. We've had some folks that are layering it up a little bit too much, and we had a practice start that kind of resulted in disaster. But the neat thing about this is basically you can hit a button and your car is totally fixed instead of having to sit there in the paddock with a sledgehammer. So this is pretty darn cool. Once again, we are going to be racing at the Circuit of the Americas. Very cool track. It's built to the highest standards possible. We went to the national championships there 2 years ago. As you can see the views of all around the track. It is just an amazing facility, and we are so happy to be there virtually. Again, we've got quite a calendar set up for our virtual racing series. And you can get all that information by going to the NASA Facebook page and going to our main press releases and also our NASA Sim Racing Facebook group. We'll have lots of information there for you on upcoming events. We've got a 10-race club series and a 10-race pro series. The pro series does charge an entry fee, but also gives back about half of the money collected in that entry fee to prizes. Once again, we're trying something a little different. Should be pretty cool to have the Facebook feed here going, and big thanks to iRacers Resource for hosting us on their servers, and they're the ones who are bringing you the video today. Again, not our usual crew. Sure, I'm missing a lot of my friends on the usual broadcast crew, but have to do it a little bit differently these days. So I'm broadcasting from my home here in unincorporated Yolo County.
Hey, I have some breaking news. Looks like the fastest lap from all the qualifiers.
Oh, what was it, Ken?
It was laid down by Austin Cobb. It looks like it was a 2:33.347.
Yeah, buddy, that's getting it done. We've seen times right in the 2:34, 2:33 range. That's really fast. And once again, folks, if you are just joining us, this is the inaugural broadcast in the NASA Sim Racing National League. Tonight's contest is our club league. We also have a pro league that requires an entry fee and also gives back prizes. But we do have contingency support from all of our national contingency sponsors, the majority of them. We've got Toyo, Hawk Performance, Competition Motorsports, and also Track Day Tire. So we will have a lot of different ways to support our racers during our downtime, so you can do virtual racing and win actual stuff.
Our Group C, I was just going to let you know, our Group C results just came in, and new fastest lap was laid down by Eric Foss, 2:33.1.
Oh my gosh, that's significant. So it looks like the pointy end can is around a 2:33 and change. All right, folks. So we are still working out the kinks. This is the first time we're doing this. We've had a couple of practice hits, but this is the real deal here. So we are working on connecting to iRacing in order to be able to get our broadcast going, and then we'll call the race for you. We're going to have a 30-minute, I believe, qualifying, and then we'll have a 30-minute race. So we did have some sessions earlier that was just kind of like in the dirt track world. You have an A main and a B main or something like that. And so we were trying to set our fastest folks and getting updates there from Ken on who our fast guys are. And I use the term guys. It might be fast ladies too. So we are working to get that stream back going. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, I just got word from Race Control that of the total competitors, it looks like we have 59 that actually got a clean lap in during.
Yeah, Ken, it looked like a little bit of a mess. I was seeing lots of carnage, and apparently someone managed to flip their car over the start-finish line, which, you know, I wish I could say I've never seen that in real racing, but I have. So the nice thing is here, we don't have to worry about anyone potentially getting injured or things like that always put a damper on things, and you're able to just click reset and your car is ready to go again with a fresh set of Toyos on it, and it's ready to rock and roll, even though you probably just wadded it up pretty significantly.
There's no one in the session right now just because we haven't sent out the invites. We're compiling the list right now, and then we'll invite all the racers to that, and then they'll start joining.
All right, folks, we are waiting for our qualifying results to be tabulated. Then we will send out invitations to all you racers out there that made it into the big show. And we'll be off and running. This is going to be a great race. Again, this is a fixed setup. We are at the Circuit of the Americas on iRacing. This is the inaugural NASA Club League Sim Racing broadcast. My name's John Lindsay. I'll be joined by my good friend Ken Kurtz and hopefully my friend Will Falls, all of us coming at you from different areas of the country instead of sitting in a nice sweaty announcer's booth. So a little bit different. We're all in the comfort of our own homes, but we definitely are excited to get back to it and bring you some racing. All right, folks. So we are, again, waiting those qualifying results. Just wanted to thank all of you for joining. Hope everybody's keeping safe out there and staying healthy in these troubled times. We at NASA, of course, miss seeing all of you at the track, and we hope to get things going soon.
Yeah, speaking of the track, I really do miss that, being out there, being with my NASA family. And, it's like, one of the weird things about being part of the NASA family is you don't see them for a month, but you come back and it was like you just saw them yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely, Ken. That's always what seems to happen. So it's pretty cool. We have a great family here at NASA. The track is really a track family, and it's funny. I've been all over the country working at NASA events, and friends everywhere. And it's just when you see them again, it's like you never left. So hopefully we can get back to that. But in the meantime, we've got this, and we can have a lot of fun with it, and hopefully, get to see some good racing. I imagine we'll see some Larry moves here and there. Of course, big shout out to my friends at the Spec Me Out of Man Drama. Love that channel on Facebook there. They are always hilarious to follow along, and hopefully they're listening here. Hi, guys. Love you. All right, folks. So we will pause the live chat here for just a sec. Please stay with us. We are working on compiling those results. Again, we're just kind of feeling our way around here and trying to figure out how to run all these things. So a little bumpy at first, but thank you again for joining us. It's been such a pleasure to get back to racing and get back to, you know, seeing the stuff that I love to see. The whole world has been awfully different than when we started out earlier on this year. So we are really happy to have you here. Again, this is the initial broadcast for the NASA Sim Racing League, and this is the club contest. We'll be back in a few minutes. Please stay tuned. Tell your friends. Everybody join in. We got plenty of room for you. All right, folks, thanks for hanging with us again. This is the initial broadcast for the NASA Sim Racing League. This is the club league tonight. We also have a pro league. My name is John Lindsay. I'm very happy to welcome you here. I wish we were at the actual racetrack, but the virtual racetrack is going to have to do for now. Would love to get back and see everybody out there at NASA events, but we are being safe and hunkering in the bunker for now. But we will look forward to welcoming everyone back soon. But in the meantime, hey, we got this, which is pretty darn cool. Tonight we're at the Circuit of the Americas. Beautiful track outside Austin, Texas, in that hill country. Weather out there in the iRacing world, I think Will Falls told me it was 78 degrees, low humidity, wind out of the north at something like 2 miles an hour, which is just right. All right, we have a little time. I'm interested to hear what everybody else has been doing in their downtime here. Hopefully, you're all getting your race cars ready to go, doing all kinds of cool stuff like that. I've been working on an interesting project. I have an old Beetle that I've been converting over into an electric car, trying to stay up with the times here using a really cool kit from EV West down in San Marcos, California. And if you want, you can follow along. The build now is paused for a little bit because I was working with the kids over at the Davis Auto Tech program here in Davis, California. So if you could, maybe go over and give a like to the Davis Auto Tech Booster Association on the Facebooks, and you'll be able to see what me and the kids have been up to. We're going to post some updates, but lots of time to get your car ready, so no excuse if it's not ready when we go back to racing again. Again, big thank you to all of our sponsors, Toyo Tires, always supporting NASA and the racers, Competition Motorsports, and Hawk Performance as well, and Track Day Tire. Big thank you to all of them. Again, there is contingency available, so even though we are in the virtual world, you can win real stuff, and that is remarkable. So a great program that the NASA sponsors have put together. Very exciting. We're going to have a pro league as well as a club league. There's no entry fees. But for the pro league, we will have a pretty modest entry fees, but the cool fee, I should say. But the cool thing is that we go back and give about half of the prize money back to the racers, which is really neat. So again, we are waiting for qualifying results, and that will set the grid for today. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll here at the Circuit of the Americas, just outside Austin, Texas, land of great barbecue. I don't know if you all have a favorite. When I was there for the national championships, I tried to hit every barbecue place I could think of. And I think I ended up eating at about 10 or 11 of them. And I was in a meat coma on the plane home. So that was pretty awesome. But I tell you, my favorite was La Barbecue, which is kind of downtown in a market in Austin. And my gosh, my good friend Jeff Pitts and I went there, and we absolutely pigged out. It was great fun. Okay, we are just taking a look around the track here. There's your weather forecast right there, folks. 78, 55% humidity, you know, a little humid, not really too bad. Clear wind at 2 miles an hour, so nothing significant. I'm seeing that there's a track temp of 118 degrees, not bad at all, just enough to get those Toyo tires up to temperature and make them sticky. So again, you can see down that front straight view, there's that big hill leading up into turn one.
I'm joining the session right now. We could do a little in-car, go around the track, and talk around the track.
All right, folks. Well, looks like we may have some in-car coming up. Give you a little tour around the track. Before we get started, once again, this is the inaugural broadcast of the NASA Sim Racing League. This is the Club League. Again, this is complimentary, no charge to join. You just had to get in a little bit early and then show some talent in order to qualify for this race. So again, we'll have a 30-minute or so qualifier, and then we'll have a 30-minute race for all the beans.
Yeah, I think the qualifier is going to be shortened up just due to timing for everybody. So we're going to see how that goes.
All right. Well, we'll we're just getting started here and figuring out as we go along. You know, it's kind of been a NASA tradition that we just go for it and then figure it out as we go. And it's resulted in some really great programs and some really fun times. So hopefully we get back to those fun times soon. I sure miss seeing all my friends at the track. All right, folks, so we are working on getting the qualifying results in there and setting the grid for you. Once we get going, we'll probably have a very brief qualifying session, and then we will head into the race. Again, these are all the global MX-5 Mazdas. They are all identically prepared. We have a locked-in setup on all these cars, so they all are on the Toyo tires with all the different variables that you can sometimes change. Those are all fixed, so it really is just a contest of skill and not of being able to, well, in the real world, what we'd be turning wrenches and doing different things with the setup of the car, and here you'd be kind of doing the hacker thing and getting in there and doing changes online. All right, so we are on board with Kim right now, I believe.
Yeah, we are. This is turn one we're coming up on right now.
All right, and my screen seems to, I'm not following it right now, so hopefully that'll come up for me here, folks, but we are taking a lap around with Ken Kurtz.
Let's see, folks are entering the session now. They got their emails.
All right, cool.
Hey guys,
Here we
Will's
go.
here.
Hey, Will, how are you? So, Will, why don't you run down for us? I know we had a chat earlier about all the contingencies that are available to the racers who are competing this evening. Okay, maybe we lost Will. Yeah, guys, it's taking a little bit getting used to. Right now, we're in car with Ken Kurtz. So you can see Ken is using one of those super cool Oculus VR setups. All right, looks like the stream is live again. I can see it here. Hopefully you folks can see it there on the Facebook. So we are in car with Ken Kurtz. Again, he is motoring around the circuit there at the Circuit of the Americas. Beautiful facility outside Austin, Texas. Lots of cool stuff. The Grand Prix of the Americas happens there. All kinds of motorcycle racing. It really is a great facility and really has been a fun place for us to race. So right now we are shuffling around a little bit. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, I was looking at the time. There's just under 5 minutes of qual left due to the late start.
All right. Well, then everybody will go out and try to lay down a flyer.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing here. I'm about to come onto the front straight.
All right. Super cool, Ken. So how have you found the difference between iRacing and what we're doing in the real world? What is your, you're a very experienced driver, so tell us some of the differences in your mind.
Well, I think the first and foremost is that the physics are similar.
Right on.
Sorry, I had to take my finger off the button to turn. These are one of those things that you got to do. The tracks themselves are really, really modeled to the nth degree. So.
Hey Adam, we're qualifying again.
All right, we're starting to see the field filling in here. I see some familiar names. Brandon Panis, I think, is going to be one to watch. He was flying around there earlier.
Yeah, so what I like about it most is it gives you an opportunity to run at tracks and get, your sighting in and a familiarity with the track. It's, a lot of people think sim racing, oh, it's easy. It's actually really difficult.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, Ken. I have not tried it yet, but I have some goodies on order, so hopefully I can join in too.
It takes a little practice, just to get up to speed and do this.
Go, 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 go!
Hey guys, Will's here. Got my technical difficulties solved.
Oh, good. Well, hey, we wanted to, Ken Kurtz and John Lindsay here. We wanted to chat with you just a little bit about all these contingency programs that you put together. Tell us a little bit about what's on the line.
Man, there's some really cool stuff thanks to our partners at Toyo Tires. Tonight for the NASA Sim Club League, first place is going to take home 350 Toyo bucks. Second place is going to take home 250 Toyo bucks. Third place, 150. 75 to fourth, and 50 Toyo bucks to fifth place. Our other longtime partners at Hawk Performance are doing the same contingency that they do for real racing. So the winner is going to get 100 Hawk bucks. Second place will get 90 Hawk bucks. Third place, 80 Hawk bucks. Fourth place, 70, and 60 Hawk bucks to fifth place finisher for this race tonight. Additionally, our friends at Competition Motorsport have put up an OMP sim racing seat. It's a beautiful black seat with white stripes, branded OMP, for a sim rig. And the winner of this championship, whoever gets the most championship points through this 10-race series, will have that brand new nice OMP seat mailed right to their doorstep.
Well, that's pretty amazing, Will. So basically, we don't have any on-track racing happening right now, but all of the sponsors have still chosen to stand by us, which I think really means a lot about the quality of those companies. And we are just so incredibly grateful to them. And hopefully, hey, be successful at the iRacing, and then all of a sudden, you got a set of new tires waiting for you when you're ready to go.
Yeah, it's just so cool to think that you can sit at home when we're told to sit at home and stay at home and not go do stuff, and still be racking up credits and cold, hard, actual product for when we can go back to the track. It's really cool. It's huge on the part of our partners, and we're hugely grateful to have them with us.
Yeah, it's amazing. And these are longtime sponsors, folks, and so generous, now when we're kind of in uncertain times, that they continue, despite, I'm sure, the sales are not there like they used to be. So that's pretty amazing. We are so very thankful. Okay, we're starting to get some times. Looks like we are seeing 2:34.40 right now, Austin Cobb. Now, Ken had mentioned that Austin got down in the 33s earlier.
Inside, 13. I'm coming inside.
So we are starting to see some times come in. That is super cool. Again, the pointy end of the grid is going to be down in the 2:33 range. And Will, how does that compare to when you're driving on the track? Your knowledge, you're based near COTA. So how does that compare to what these cars would run in real life?
It's really intense, actually. It's really cool how iRacing goes and does these laser multidimensional scans of these tracks. It's perfect. There's times where you can see actual skid marks from actual incidents, and cracks in asphalt and scuff marks on walls and sponsor signage and everything. I mean, it is very, very, very good. And it's not just the visual scan, it's the physical part that comes with it. You feel the bumps in the asphalt and in the corners and in the grass and on the curbs, and it's really amazing. It's as real as it gets without being there.
That's incredibly cool. I still remember. So Will, I'm older than dirt, but if you remember that game, Night Driver and like 280 Zap, where I thought, or like pole position when I was a kid, and I thought, oh man, it can't get better than that. And here we are in 2020, and instead of me pumping quarters into the machine at Straw Hat Pizza, you just sit in your comfort of your own home, and boom, real racing.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's funny for some of us that have been on iRacing for a little while, that it's so real, and even iRacing itself has gotten so much better over the course of the years that they keep upgrading it. And like the ND is one of the newer cars on there, so it's got the newest tire model and drives just like these cars really do in real life.
All right,
Looks
we are
like
starting. Oh, go ahead.
no, that's all you, John. Call it off.
Oh, right on. Yeah, so we're starting to get some qualifying times coming in, folks. We'll get those to you as soon as I can see them here on my screen. Give you a little bit of color. Of course, Will Falls, he is our NASA Texas Region Director. Also have longtime racer from NASA, Ken Kurtz, on the broadcast with us. We'll try to give you some in-car from Ken's car. Again, these are the Global MX-5 Cup cars from Mazda. These are great cars. They are all set up the same. This is really the pinnacle of the NASA, or of the NASA racing world right now. I mean, this is what we got, and this is the premier series. And I have to tell you, I miss being at the actual racetrack, but this is amazing. To me, it looks just like we are there. And looks like we got times coming in. Ooh, Gun Kim, 2:34.34. All right, let's see if anyone gets down in the 33s. That's going to be the big sauce right there. All right, I apologize, folks, if you hear any background noise on my end. We just got a new puppy today.
Cozy over there at turn 9.
Right on.
Yeah, no, Will, and my kids talked me into it, so yeah.
I know how that goes. I know how it goes.
Yeah, no. So really thankful to have everybody here. Thanks for joining us. Tell your friends. It'll give you a little bit of a little bit of a taste from all the withdrawal we're going through. All of us can't be at the racetracks that we love so much, and we get to still have that same flavor. I was listening earlier to some of the driver commentary, and it was hilarious. It was, the drivers were kind of giving each other grief back and forth. And it sounded just like when I'm walking around the paddock at night and everybody has a couple beers in them and they start, really giving their buddies a little bit of grief. It's pretty cool to see in the virtual world the same thing.
Half the field didn't get a chance
to me, the prizes
like
and the racing are a great part of doing all this.
Qualifying.
The single best part and the main reason I wanted to see this take off and have a lot of people
qualifying got off to a
is
late
for
start
that
due to
community
the
you're talking about, John. It's huge.
qualifying
None of us
sessions.
have
We'll be
gotten to
making
see
some
each other in
adjustments to
a
make
really
this a little
long
better for
time.
everybody going
And
forward.
here we are at a racetrack on a Tuesday night with that community NASA family presence that you're talking about. That's the best part for me.
Oh, I agree, man. I have felt such a loss with not being able to see my friends at the track and do all that. And this is so cool that we were able to have something like this thanks to iRacing. What a great company, great community there. So we are very thankful to be back on the air, and it gives me a chance to knock some rust off here. And I am really, really happy that we're able to do this. And Will, you deserve the big pat on the back because this is all you, buddy.
Oh man, I just had this idea for Tuesday night racing, and the NASA national team made it work. So I'm happy to be a part of anything that I get to do with my NASA family. And huge hat tip to the national office there for being excited about making this happen. We put this all together in a short amount of time, and it's not to say that it's without some issues tonight. There's some folks that didn't get in, and we're not going to have a full 60-person field here.
Turn 1. Like the password.
A lot of people had some issues with not actually getting a qualifying time. So while they thought they ran a fast time, some folks didn't get an actual time, and so we're going to have just over 40 people in this field if everybody gets the password and logged in and here. It took a little more time than I wanted to get this on, and we're about to go green here. So let's watch this, John. Call us off.
All right. It seems like my stream may have paused here again. So PJ, if you're listening to me, help.
Yeah, we got like 5 wide coming down the front straightaway.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I can see it again. All right, an impressive lack of Larrys. Okay, little at the back of the field there, but nobody wadded it up in the corner because, of course, you cannot win a race in the first corner, but you can lose it. Looks like power move there. Brandon Panis is coming up the order. So far, big moves from, wow, all kinds of big moves happening throughout the field. And PJ, if you're out there, I've lost my stream again. Don't know what's going on there.
Sweet.
Oh, looks like I'm back, folks.
Thanks,
Carnage
Holy
everywhere.
smokes.
We got a car upside down.
Awesome. Roll safety. All right, so big movers right now. Dan Williams was up 11 positions. Roland Hubert, he's also up. Alex Cartry up 10. Dan Williams now up. Wow, it's going so fast. Dan is, my gosh. This is exciting, guys. This is great. I mean, we've got total chaos out here, and I don't have to worry about anybody.
Keep it clean, boys. We got 30 minutes.
Wow, big moves all over the track. Eric Foss up 15 positions now from his start. Lots of shuffling in the field. Very exciting racing.
Dan, go ahead. Take it. Take it. I'll give it to you.
Looks like Dylan Quint now in P1. He's up 8 positions from where he started. Forenz Arabian now up front. So we've got some great racing happening at the front of the field. Wow, that was a crazy start, guys. 5 wide. I think so. We saw that at the championships in the Spec Miata contest, that big Toyo championship that we had. That was pretty awesome. But looks, fairly clean, except for people rolling over, crashing, and doing all that. But it looks like they can get right back into the race, no problem. Exciting stuff. Forenz Arabian still out front. Then Dylan Quint. Brian Clark just moved up and then back. Justin Casey also in that battle with Dan Williams. Renaud Roland Hubert, Scott Adams, Matt Moore, Alex Cartry, and Eric Foss. That's your top 10 for this first lap.
Outside. You just hit me.
This is amazing. This is just what you expect in spec racing, right, John? Tons of moves through the field and good close race. And let's see what it looks like when we sort out here across the start-finish line as they come through 19 and 20.
Looks like Forenz Arabian is really putting on a show here. Looks like we got a breakaway of about the first 3 or 4 cars, and we're starting to spread out a little bit, but there is a lot of lead changes and stuff. Looks like Forenz is falling way back. He may have run into some trouble there. But you can see that first part of the field is going to hit up that big hill right now. That's about a 120-foot rise that they're hitting up right now. Into turn 1, we're going to see if there's any action happening in turn 1. All right, my stream has paused a little bit, but it looks like it's, there we go. Now we're back on the leader right now. That is Forenz Arabian out front in that number 42 car. Up 5 positions from where he started. Last lap for Forenz was a 2:37.27. So that's pretty good, but we are looking for times to get down into the 2:33, 2:44 mark. Right in there. Looks like, oh, wow, Brian Clark laid down. Actually, 2:30, yeah, 2:34. Brian Clark is moving pretty quick up in the field, too.
Clear.
Looks like huge had. Go ahead, Will.
That's awesome of Forenz to have made up 5 spots and put down a good lap and make a little breakaway here. It's going to be exciting to see what 2nd through 5th they're working together. If they're going to be racy and let the Forenz break away, or if they're going to work together and stay in line.
You have 9 incidents. A penalty happens at 25.
Yep, good racing all the way throughout. Oh, almost a little contact there. Watching that pack, that's the 49 and the 32. So I believe that's a little bit further back in the pack. And again, folks, I'm working with an ancient small monitor, so forgive me if I flub anything. I'll get better. But this is, again, our first NASA Sim Racing League. This is the Club League, the first race at the Circuit of the Americas. Again, this is the fixed setup Global MX-5 Cup Mazda on those Toyo tires. And as Will Falls told us earlier, these racers are racing for pretty serious contingency money. So they're racing. Oh, a little bit of bumper music there. Chrome horn coming out already. Little argy-bargy there in one of the corners. And we've got, that's number 22 we're watching right now. So we've got a lot of stuff happening towards the front. I mean, all over the pack. Will, are you seeing how everywhere our display keeps changing with all of the different folks moving up and down? And Gun Kim is out front now.
I just got spun and taken out.
Hey, thanks.
Sounds like.
No.
Oh, sorry, Ken. Just hit reset, man. You'll be okay.
Yeah, did you?
I just worked my way back up.
Why not? Why not? Okay, Gun Kim out front just ran a 2:33.67. John Allen just behind, only a half second behind at 2:33.75. Then Austin Cobb with a 2:32.83. So Austin Cobb is flying, trying to get to the front. Pretty good breakaway happening down through the field. Looks like your first 4 are about 6 seconds ahead. Or actually, first 3 are about 6 seconds ahead. Forenz fell back a little bit. He may have gotten spun or had something happening. So the lead pack is about 6 seconds ahead. And then you've got a pack that, it's a little bit, probably the next 3 positions, 4, 5, 6 are running fairly close. But then you've got a great battle happening. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's Brandon Panis, Dan Williams, Dylan
Hey,
Quinn,
I
and
don't know
Eric
if you can
Foss.
hear me,
They are all right together, and
no
they
blue
are
line.
going for it.
Cars there, still there, still there.
So once again, folks, looks like we're at about 8.5 minutes in, 30 minutes scheduled session. And once again, this is the
Still there,
NASA
still
Sim
there.
Racing
Clear.
Club League,
Blue
the
flag incoming,
inaugural
number 37.
broadcast. Whoa, looks like some action there. Of course, brought to you by Toyo Tires, Hawk Performance, and Competition Motorsports this evening. Competition Motorsport, our official safety supplier. Give them a look. Got a great discount program for NASA members and everything you could need. Hawk, of course, our brake pad of choice. And Toyo Tires, they're on every one of my cars that I can get them on, just because they've been so wonderful to the racing community and supported grassroots racers for as long as I can remember. Oh, brave pass there. Almost had a little bit of a whack. That looks like a Lightning McQueen livery car there, and he's going for it. He likes that, whoever that is, likes that inside line and is trying to make it sneaky. All right, folks, so we are working through a little bit of technical stuff, but as you can see, this is really great racing.
I wasn't saying you did anything wrong, seriously. You did a great job.
Take it easy, Matthew.
All right, we're giving you the aerial view there, a little of a defensive line.
Where are the leaders right now?
They're entering.
Sorry, folks, on my end, trying to sort out some technical issues here. We'll have it perfect by the time we get done.
Copy that. Thank you.
Hopefully. All right, so we've got a lead. That's about a 4-car pack there. You can see that blue car right there, taking it's almost a school line. There's through the S's right there. We saw some really amazing action during the championships right there, with a lot of cars going for late passes that occasionally worked out okay, but often did not. All right, so folks, it looks like I may have been calling it wrong, because it looks like I may be on a qualifying feed or not sure. So just to verify that Gun Kim is out front, John Allen right there. About under a second behind than Austin Cobb, Ferenz Arabian, Alex Schwarzenberg, Brandon Panis, Eric Foss, Justin Casey, Dan Williams, and Dylan Quint. That's your top 10. Eric Foss up 17 positions.
Cobb there.
I think Eric wins our. Wow! But look at my old friend Cody Powell from up in Colorado. He's up 30 positions from where he started. Old school CMC and American Iron Racing. So Cody is a heck of a shoe in the real world, and he's killing it here. Up 30 positions from where he started. Currently running in P17. So we are seeing a few crashes and other things happening here, and all kinds of crazy stuff.
I see our good friend Cameron Parsons from Toyo Tires has joined watching in on the stream. Hello, Cameron, and thank you and Toyo Tires for putting on this contingency for us here in iRacing. We appreciate the support.
Yeah, huge thank you to Toyo Tires, longtime sponsor. I mean, geez, well, it's been 30 years that Toyo has been helping us from the old. I know you remember, of course, the old Pro 7s and all of they were running on that legendary Proxys RA1. Which still, even that tire is just unbeatable, because I used to run those on my Sentra SER Cup, and honestly, the biggest maintenance item on that car was gasoline, because the tires just wore so well, and they'd be just as fast on the 30th heat cycle as they were on the second heat cycle.
11 here.
So they make a heck of a nice tire.
I love it. Yeah, I won my national championship in 79 RX-7 at Mid-Ohio on that Toyo RA1 that you're talking about in 2006.
Oh, yeah. Legendary, man. So 14 years later, here we are at the virtual NASA Sim Racing League.
Yep.
But just as exciting, and, now we don't have to worry about the drone crashing, because, there it is, right there, the drone shot, like a pro helicopter shot almost. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like watching the old WRC coverage where they had all the cool helicopters and things that would really chase the cars. So just an amazing job by iRacing. So such an excellent program. So happy to see that.
Man, it's really nice watching John Allen and Austin Cobb trading off fastest car on track right now. But just a few spots back in 7th, in traffic, is Eric Foss turning some really fast laps, looking to break into that top 5 for sure.
So fast laps so far looks like it does belong to Gun Kim. That 2:33.67. John Allen just behind with a 2:33.75. Then Austin Cobb also 2:33.93. Then Ferenz Arabian with that 2:34.45. Brandon Panis best so far is a 2:35.16. Alex Schwarzenberg a 2:35.92. Eric Foss 2:34.28. So that explains why he's coming up the order. And again, Eric is up 17 positions, running P7 right now. So he's up 17 positions from where he started. Also, Richard Schwinn coming out of nowhere in P13. He's up 27 positions now. So he has become the hard charger. Looks like Cody Powell's falling back a little bit. So right now our hard charger is Richard Schwinn. On board with Eric Foss right now. Cool shot. You can see he's trying all kinds of lines, sniffing around there. Little inside line, and he's by. Well done, Eric. He has moved up another position.
Beautiful over-under move executed there through the stadium section.
Oh, totally. I mean, he set that up just like a master. That was so cool. All right, folks, approaching the 15-minute mark. Again, this is a 30-minute race, so we're about halfway. Lots of action so far. Pretty clean start. And we are underway and right now riding with Eric Foss in the number 53 car. You can see he's doing a great job. Still has Alex Schwarzenberg right behind him in that yellow car. You can see him in the mirror right there. He is not giving up by any means. But Eric is hunting down Brandon Panis, who is just in front of him. Brandon, of course, qualified P4 and is down one position from where he started. We know Brandon is a great driver in the real world and in iRacing. So this will be a great battle to watch here with Eric Foss and Brandon Panis. Brandon, of course, the son of Julie and Jim Panis. He gets all his driving talent from his mother. Had to say that, Jim. Gotcha. Zing! Of course, the Panis family runs NASA Southeast. Great environment there. Always super fun.
Brandon being chased down by Eric Foss. Eric Foss's livery is a throwback to his first Spec Miata, so that's what the look that he's going for there. It looks like he's going to try to put a move on Brandon here.
All right, there they are right there, watching Brandon Panis out in front. So, Will, the numbers aren't matching up exactly. So, oh, there we go. Okay, now I see it. Sorry, folks. It's a lot to get used to for... I'm still kind of a knuckle dragger. Here comes Foss. He's all over the rear end of Brandon Panis. But there is Alex Schwarzenberg right there and almost took advantage of Foss taking a little bit of too hard of a run into that corner.
Let's see how the draft works here. Who knows if Eric Foss is going to stay behind him or if he's going to get a draft and look inside here at turn 11.
He's looking. He's looking at that inside. Oh, there he goes. Move engaged. Pedal down, pedal down, pedal down. Nicely done. Wow. That was an absolute beautiful pass.
What a cool
shot.
Oh,
but look. Brandon's coming back. What a very cool shot. Oh, I see where I was getting confused, Will. The numbers on the windshield are the ones that correspond to the running order that we have on our screen here in the production booth.
Yep.
Even though the booth is really just rooms in all of our houses. But, it sounds good.
That's a great battle for fifth right there. Eric Foss having just gotten by Brandon Panis. The battle giving Alex Schwarzenberg time to catch up to them. Looks like they might pull away from him a little bit here.
And they are about, 21 seconds back from P4 Gun Kim. So they still got a shot at the podium if something goes wrong up at the pointy end there.
That's a major development. Gunn was leading our race with a significant gap, so he must have had a mistake. We have Austin Cobb now in the lead with John Allen right on him, new leader.
All right, Austin Cobb running out of our Mid-South region. The Taylor family is our Mid-South region masters. So Austin is having a great race. Looks like Austin's best time so far is a 2:33.93. So those 33s are looking like the fastest laps we're going to see in the race today. Again, we're about 19 minutes in. 30-minute contest scheduled for this inaugural Club League. This is the NASA Sim Racing League. I'm John Lindsay, joined by Will Falls and also Ken Kurtz, giving us some color here and there from inside his car. And we are at the Circuit of the Americas here on iRacing. So it looks like that is our leader right there, Austin 36. John Allen right there, taking a look. All right, well, they are right together. He's got the draft. He's going inside. Yep, he's peeking. Is it real or is it not? Nope. He's just setting him up, seeing how he's going to react. So that's really, really smart.
Racing. There's plenty of
here he goes inside. All right, pretty close.
This is some great race. There's some excellent racecraft. People at home should be taking notes right now. These two guys are doing this right. There's plenty of time left. There's no need to force an issue. They've got a bit of a gap over third place. This is good, clean, smart, hard racing, and that's how these two guys end up at the front here 17 and a half minutes into a 30-minute race.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It looks like, okay, so I see Mark Curley down there is up 36 positions now, 37 in P11. Jeff Winder, longtime Cobra racer, I believe, with our Factory 5 program. He's up 39 positions, 40 positions from where he started. So Dr. Jeff is doing great there. That is awesome to see. Cody Powell coming back up the order. He must have had some sort of mishap, had to hit the reset button to get some fresh body work and some fresh Toyos.
Hey, look at this onboard shot riding with John Allen chasing down Austin Cobb.
Oh, cool. All right, folks. So this is the battle for the lead. John Allen behind the wheel here, or probably sitting in his living room. And he's trying to chase down the great Austin Cobb out of the Mid-South region. John Allen, of course, from Ohio, our Great Lakes region. Big shout out to Jay and all of his crew there. Great place. Our first national championships was 2006 at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. 14 years later, we're in the virtual world. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors, Toyo Tires, Hawk Performance, and Competition Motorsports. Also, a big thank you to Track Day Tire. They also help us out with a lot of sponsorship programs. And again, remember, folks, they are racing in the virtual world, but they are eligible to win real good stuff. Toyo Tires, Hawk Brake Pads, Competition Motorsport also putting together a great package for everyone. So please, if you can, if you got the funds, I know we're all shut down right now, but please try to support these great businesses. And also, we look forward to welcoming you back at NASA as soon as we can. Miss all of you very much and miss the fun. So we are at the circuit.
Has caught Gun Kim.
Oh, he has. No kidding.
This is our battle for fourth, John.
Okay, battle for fourth right now. Gun Kim, who was out in front. Will he? Yeah,
Eric was about
Gun was out in front.
Quicker last lap.
Oh boy, here we go. And so what do we know Eric's favorite is? Eric's favorite is the fake and then the inside pass. There it goes. Called it. He's got it. He's got it. Wow, Eric Foss on a charge up 20 positions now. Just took away P4 from Gun Kim. But Brandon Pandis is right there. Brandon's going to try to put a move on Gun right here. Brandon up over the curb. Getting a little bit of bouncy. Maybe he will use the chrome horn here. Try to get around Gun. Of course, we do have race directors watching all of this. I think, Will, we do. So they can't get too crazy and Larry it up too bad.
That's right. NASA Texas race director Clifton Winkleman's watching this live right now from the
Oh, wow. You couldn't have a better race director. The man in the cowboy hat.
That's right.
So big cowboy hat tip to Clifton. All right, once again, that is Mr. Eric Foss out in front of Gun Kim and Brandon Panis. Great battle. That is 4, 5, 6. All of them running right together. We're about 23 minutes into our 30-minute race, or actually 20 minutes into our 30-minute race right now. So about 10 minutes left to get it done. With the lap times we're running, it's probably 4 or 5 laps, depending on when the checker gets thrown. I don't know about in the real world, whether the race director decides that or The algorithm decides that if Skynet has become self-aware. Oh, another pass from Foss. Looks like that's lap traffic.
Wow.
That was gnarly. How does he
Not wasting
react
any
so
time
quickly?
trying to put distance between that car right behind him. For sure, he wants to get away from Gunn so that Gunn can't use the draft here at a big drafting track. And Gunn made it through traffic just fine, though, so he's still right there.
Yep, pretty cool to see that. Really great driving from these two, even if it is virtual. It still requires great situational awareness and incredibly fast reactions. Did you see how quickly Eric was able to move over? Amazing to me. So there they go. Gunn is taking looks left and right at Eric Foss. He's not happy at all to be down in P5 after being in P1 for a while. So Gunn Kim is driving the wheels off of that light blue machine there. Of course, Eric Foss in kind of a throwback livery for him. Number 53 indicated on our contest, but the car is running 48, I believe, on the livery. And there's Gunn Kim. They went around another lap traffic, I believe, but we have a change up front. We have John Allen now in the lead, took it away from Austin Cobb. So that's a change as well.
It's a battle for the lead.
Oh, there it is. Look at these guys going at each other. That's amazing. So Allen is out in front right now. Austin Cobb right there. Every turn is a battle with these two, but look at the respect, Will. Look at the respect. They're not slamming into each other or doing anything nuts. They really are taking it seriously and trying to win some of those contingency bucks so they can get real stuff from the virtual world.
Yeah, I mean, that's again, I can't say this enough. In club spec racing, you have two clean drivers that know how and when to pass, and it makes all the difference in the world. These guys are putting on a clinic. They're doing it clean, and it's fun and exciting to watch. And even more so, it's fun and exciting to be in the seat racing a guy clean like that. Huge hat tip to John and Austin. Let's see how this shakes out.
They're putting on a great show. John kind of driving the school line there, I'd call it. And Austin looking to find if there's any holes in his strategy there. You can see they just crossed start finish, hitting up that 120-foot or so hill into turn one. Looks like they're running clean right now. So this is strategy right now. They're trying to work up. They've got a 12-second gap back to Ferenz Arabian, who's running in P3. But now Eric Foss is going after Ferenz. Eric is about 8 seconds behind Ferenz Arabian. And Gunn Kim is still right there with Brandon Panis. So 4, 5, 6, also a great battle. We're seeing huge moves through the field. Mark Curley up 31 positions from where he started, currently running in P17. So that's quite a performance.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's one of my NASA Texas Spec Miata boys right there, Mark Curley.
There you go. It's following that battle for the lead right now. John Allen. Austin getting pretty close there. He may be planning a move. Ooh, and John defended. So you have one defensive move per corner, right, Will? Same rules as NASA CCR?
That's right. We're running this just like the NASA CCR.
So going underneath.
John gave him plenty of room. Just mad respect for both of these guys on a drag race down the back straight, John.
Unbelievable racing, Will. This is, and with these angles, it's just like the real world, but even a little cooler. So how exciting to see the initial NASA Sim Racing League, the Club League here. But these guys are driving like pros, even if it is the Club League. They're getting close. Who's going to win the battle into this corner? It's Austin Cobb, I think, is going to come out on top. Getting a little bit loose as he goes in. Allen is right around the outside. Cobb and Allen.
Give it up.
Wow, what a great performance by these guys. This is incredible to watch. Here comes Cobb again, but you saw he got a little bit loose. Now he's in the paint. Wow, great racing from John and Austin. Austin is trying an ambitious outside pass there. Didn't work out, but John had to get on the binders a little too hard, and looks like it cost him some velocity. So this is a great battle up front. John, Allen, Austin, Cobb battling for the lead. Ferenz Arabian still owns the next step on the podium. He's about 11 seconds ahead of Eric Foss, who has led a 20-position charge from his starting position and has really put on quite a clinic. All right, so it looks like we are now almost 26 minutes in, 4 laps remaining. We may be seeing the white flag this time by. All right, we are following Gunn Kim around. He's still having a nice little gentlemanly slap fight there with Eric Foss. Two of them doing a great job racing here at the Circuit of the Americas, virtually, of course. But what amazing realism from this iRacing system. It is just awesome to see this. So thankful that this exists. We can all get a little bit of our racing fix in while we are locked down. Once again, big thanks to our sponsors, Toyota. Oh, there we go. Foss and Kim got around him. So my sponsor plug came at kind of the wrong time, but look at this battle. It looks like Foss is going around him. They are. You can't even fit a business card in between those two guys. Oh, maybe a little contact. Oh, wow. Great racing. I think they know that the white flag is about to come out, and they are going for it. Brandon Panis right there, hoping that maybe they do a little touch, and then he'll be able to capitalize on that and slide up into P4. And they are gaining on Ferenc. The gap is down to 8 seconds now, a little over 8 seconds from Ferenc Arabian back to Eric Foss. So they're really getting it done. Running 234s, 235s. They are going really, really fast. All right, folks. So once again, this is Gun Kim and Eric Foss. Eric's in that red. He's number 56, 53 in the system, but he's 48 on his numbers there. Gun Kim in that blue car, and Brandon Pandis just behind both of them. All right, we're going back to our battle for the lead. John Allen and Austin now at front, and he may take the win, but this is going to be a great battle to watch until the end of our race. This is amazing. About 28 minutes in, so this will probably be our final lap. I don't know exactly.
They'll get a white flag from John. They'll get a white flag from iRacing.
Oh, cool. Okay, good. Very good, guys. Thank you. It's not like when I blew the finish of the Spec Miata broadcast at COTA a few years ago because I couldn't see the flag right. I'll try not to do that this time. Larry. All right, folks, we are getting into the end of our races here. 11 laps so far down, working lap number 12 now.
White is out.
White flag is out. This is it. Let's see if John Allen and Austin Cobb, they're coming up on. Now, hopefully, it looks like Cobb is out front, and he may be able to use that slower car as a pick, just like you would if you were playing basketball. And you're going to have a little bit of a moving screen. He's going inside, fairly aggressive move, but Allen is right behind him. Super cool racing here. Very clean. All right, they are headed down into the S's here. Not staying off the paint, doing a nice job. Ooh, got a little loose. Cobb was a little loose around that corner. But Allen is right there, only half a second in between them. Allen's making a little bit of a run. All right. Oh, and Allen was a little bit loose there around that one corner. So this is the battle for the lead for the first win in the NASA Sim Racing World Club League. On board with John Allen. Let's see if John can get around the great Austin Cobb, who has been dominating this race. Coming down into the final corners here. So let's see, what was John's favorite move? He was coming down the inside, so it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a late braking pass. John Allen going around Austin. Can he make it stick? He's going to be on the outside of this corner. So it's all up to Austin Cobb. Looks like he is in front. And then Austin takes it right back. What a race, folks, for the win. Of course, there is real contingency money on the line. This is the club league. We will have a pro league. Look at our schedule there. I believe every Tuesday night we're going to have some racing going on. So hopefully you'll be able to join us and get some good quality racing. You know, NASA racers, I put them up against anybody in the world. They are fine drivers in the virtual world and the real world. Always a pleasure watching these guys race. All right, final corners coming up. Looks like Allen took an inside look there. And we are coming into the final minutes of our initial Sim Racing Club League. Here we go, folks. Couple more corners left.
Cobb.
Big win. Austin Cobb with the win. Way to go, Austin. John Allen putting on a show for us. Just waiting for the rest of the field to come across. We'll give you our top 10 once everybody comes across. Thanks so much for joining us on our initial broadcast. Big thank you to Toyo Tires, Hawk Performance, and Competition Motorsport for supporting us here. Oh, looks like it's time to make the donuts. Maybe? Can you do that in iRacing, Will? Can you do the donuts?
Yeah, you can, and I'll put it in my welcome letter next time. The flyer that
Sweet.
we're racing on.
Absolutely. I mean, that's required. It's time to make. Oh, here we go. He's doing a little drifto. I like that. Maybe a clutch kick. Oh, there it is. Drifto.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Celebrity drift.
Heck yeah. I love it, man. All right. So looks. Oh, that's it. Oh, beauty, eh? Oh, yeah. Just don't lariat. Beauty. All right. So looks like we are getting our final finishing order here. Looks like Austin Cobb with the win, then John Allen, Ferenz Arabian, Alex Schwarzenberg, Zach Rubin, Gun Kim, Dan Williams, Brandon Panis, Richard Schwinn coming up 31 positions, and then Eric Foss. So that's your top 10, folks. Looks like our big mover, I think it is going to have to be Rich. Oh, no, Jeff Winder, our friend Dr. Jeff, coming up 33 positions, so he may win our Hard Charger Award. That's pretty awesome. All right, folks. Well, so we're waiting for everybody to cross, and then we'll put up the results stream for you. And then we will let you enjoy that for a little bit. Again, thanks to everybody for joining us. I know this is a little different than what we're doing, but we're going to refine it like we do with our live broadcasts and try to make this really entertaining for you. Something for us to do. Hang out on Tuesday night, have a nice herbal tea or scotch or whatever you're into, and hang out and watch some good racing. I encourage all of you to join in. This is the Club League. We do have the Pro League, which kicks back prize money to our racers. And of course, as Will Falls said earlier, you can win big contingency prizes here. So when you come back to racing and we welcome you back to the track again, you will be ready because you'll have a ton of new gear thanks to all the generous NASA sponsors.
John, you know one of the best parts of this whole thing right now?
What's that, Will?
No tech inspection.
Oh, God.
We get to go straight to drinking now, celebrating Austin Cobb, the inaugural NASA Club Sim Racing League champion, having an amazing race with John. Really good stuff.
Yeah, we just saw somebody eat it on that last lap. So that last camera shot there, that's I don't know if you remember the Spec Miata race from Mid-Ohio last year, but right at the finish, we had two cars get together and smash into the wall right in front of the broadcast booth, which was just that was hilarious. It was a technical failure where someone lost a tie rod, but it was still pretty hilarious. All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us. Thanks to all the sponsors. I hope all of you are safe at home, staying healthy, staying indoors, and practicing that good old social distancing so we'll all come out this thing on the other side in great shape. And I look forward to seeing all of you at the track soon. So we'll close the broadcast, I believe, for this evening. We'll have all of our social media channels going, so we'll let you know about more racing and more events as we get them scheduled. Again, huge thank you to iRacers Resource, PJ Losi, our producer tonight, Will Falls, and Ken Kurtz joining me. I'm John Lindsay. So all of you out there, please stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you on the broadcast next time. Will, good evening.